Hello everyone, welcome back to I Create For You. I hope you guys are staying cool. Here in the East it's a little bit hot. And I missed out on doing one yesterday. My voice was a little scratchy and it still is. So I'm going to trudge through another Lighthouse Ghosts and Legends story and a sketch. The book is by Nina Kostopoulos. This one is called The Taller Tower. Yaquina, I don't know if it's Yaquina or Yaquina Head Lighthouse in Newport, Oregon. So forgive my pronunciation. This is what the lighthouse looks like. Okay, this is a short story, so here we go. I'm going to say Yaquina Head Lighthouse replaced the light at Yaquina Bay in 1873 after the U.S. Lighthouse Board decided that Newport needed a taller tower. They got their wish at 162 feet. Yep, that's a big nope for me. Yaquina Head is the tallest tower on the Oregon coast. It still shines today after more than 130 years. Like Yaquina Bay, Yaquina Head has experienced its share of mysterious deaths. During construction of the tower, 2 supply ships met their doom on its shores. Another story that circulates in Newport concerns a father and daughter who were staying in a hotel named the Monterey between the Yaquina Bay and Yaquina Head towers. One evening, the father, Tom Briggs, was returning to his hotel when he was caught in a flooded creek and swept out to sea. When his daughter heard the news, she shot and killed and unalived herself. Ever since, locals have claimed to see her ghost wandering the beach between the 2 lighthouses. She appears most often during intense storms along the coastline, searching for her lost father. Yet another story involves an assistant keeper named Herbert Higgins, who served from 1918 to 1929. The main keeper, a man named Smith, had plans to go to the mainland for a brief stint. He wished to spend time with his family and get a small reprieve from his lighthouse duties. Higgins, his faithful assistant, had agreed to man the light and attend to maintenance while Smith was away. Smith had full confidence that Higgins could handle the job. Several days after Smith went inland, Higgins became very ill, weak and in need of bed rest. He was in no shape to tend the light. He asked another assistant keeper, Frank Story, to take on the responsibility. Hardly the ideal replacement. Story was careless and spent the evening drinking. When the time came to tend the light, he was in no condition, and Higgins realized it was up to him after all. With great effort, Higgins climbed the long spiral staircase to the top of the tower, but the exertion proved too much. He collapsed in the tower of the lighthouse before he could light the lantern. In the meantime, Smith had noticed from the mainland that the light was out. Sensing something awry, he returned immediately. Upstairs, he found Story drunk and Higgins, his assistant keeper, dead. Smith blamed himself. The lighthouse was his responsibility. He never should have left Higgins alone. Soon after Higgins was laid to rest, Smith began to hear the sound of heavy footsteps climbing the vacant staircase. Guilty of conscience, he became unnerved and feared that Higgins' ghost had returned for retaliation. From then on, he was never alone in the lighthouse with his trusted bulldog, but that didn't stop the footsteps. They continued to haunt him for the rest of his tenure. This is like they're telling you how to get there and stuff. Let's see if I can find something here. Okay, the interpretive store and the interpretive center are open year-round. Tours are available daily from 12 to 4 p.m., weather permitting. There was a $5 charge per vehicle. And then it gives you other information on how to contact them to actually tour them. So, that's interesting. I wonder, I don't know if any of you know, but since this brought it up, how many assistants are there? I mean, like, so there was the main lightkeeper. He went off to go to town and get a change of scenery, spend time with his family and such. So there's Higgins. He comes in, but he gets sick. So he gets Story. So how far down the line can they actually go? I mean, like, how many do they have on hand? I bet you after that incident, they've had a few more assistants on call than just one. Or two, I should say two, because you never know what could happen. So, being that I'm going to go with the first encounter where the father and daughter were staying at a hotel or an inn, and father left, but then he got swept away out to sea in a flood. She's seen walking the beach looking for her lost father. So I'm going to try to do her looking out into the sea, and the sea is rough. So yeah, this should be interesting. Let's see if I can do that. I am going to do her first. Let me get you down there. Closer. Okay, I'm going to do her first. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on with my voice. But it was a bit funny yesterday, and now it's doing the same thing. So, not like I have too much to talk to here because I'm by myself during the day, except for our 5 cats. But I didn't realize I was this hoarse still. Do you ever wonder why they call that horse? I know they're not really talking about the animal because it's not spelled the same, but it's just weird that they would use that for a problem with your voice. This is her hair because it's stormy and it's blowing. Let's see here. I'll have some more coming out here. So you gotta just imagine she's searching for her lost father along the beach. I gotta move the book before I end up knocking it on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to do her gown. Which of course, because she's been walking and walking and walking, I'm just going to put her hand here because I don't know if she's, how she's looking to. I know she's looking that way. This is going to be the sea up here. Up here, this is going to be the sea. But, you know, it's windy and I didn't just want to have her head and hair. So this is her gown or whatever she has on. Doesn't really say anything, but I'm just gonna, like, her, the wind's blowing everything in her arms. Let me do it this way. This isn't, see, this is her head. I gotta get this so you understand. This is her head, this is her hair. This is the front of her. This is the back of her. So I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter here so you can see if it really makes any sense. That's going to be her arm. And the sleeve, and her feet are going this way. So you know that's That's how I have her. She's actually walking this way, and so her gown's getting blown this way because that's the way her hair went. That's her head. She's facing, her body's facing this way, walking along the beach. Okay. So this would be her front of her body. This is her dress. That's her arm. Man, my nose itches for something, for some reason. Hope I don't have to sneeze. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the sea. This is the beach area. This is all the beach. Okay, so we got the beach. I'm trying to do wave roughness right here. You know how the beach is when it's the waves are rushing in, and then it kind of comes into the beach area. It's rolling in. That's when you're just standing on the edge of the beach, the water edge, and it's like gonna be coming up over your feet. Then it washes back out. Okay. Okay. Now, you're looking out there, and you know, like when you look out into the water sometimes, that they have like the water has these waves that come up. I used to go to the shore a lot with my parents. We'd go to the Delaware area, Maryland area, and we'd go boating and fishing out on the bay and stuff. And there was always these waves that would come along, and they were called, and that's when you knew that the weather wasn't very good for being out there on the water. White caps, they're called. And they weren't very big. They were just little bits of turbulence in the sea, I guess you would call it. Little areas where the waves would ripple up here and there. I'm not very good at this, am I? Okay. And that's just one of the waves rolling in, making ripples in the water. Because the water's supposed to be kind of choppy, because it's stormy. That's when she is mostly seen, whenever it's stormy out looking for her father, because that's when she lost him, when there was a storm and it flooded. And so, all right. I can't remember if they said they saw her at nighttime mostly or not. For the life of me, I can't do a circle. It's because I was on the edge of my pencil. This is the moon. This is the moonlight shining on the water here. That's why that area is not, you can't really see. Bear with me. Storm clouds. I remember learning about different types of weather clouds in school. Just don't remember all of them. Isn't it amazing how those puffs of puffy clouds hold moisture and then just drop it like it's a delivery. Not Amazon though. If it was Amazon, we wouldn't get it half the time. At least at the right places as to where the wherever the weatherman says it's going to be. But maybe that's why weathermen have trouble. Storms come by Amazon. They always get. Never mind. I'm going off on something weird. Anywho, there she is. We'll pan out now. And there she is, the ghost of that man's daughter, looking out onto the sea, looking for her long lost father. And the weather isn't too good, just like on the day he was lost. Okay, thank you so much for bearing with my voice and my ramblings. Hope this sketch is a little better than the last one. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next one. This wasn't a very long story. And I don't know if the next one is a long one or not. I think that one might be a short one also. But I will come back in here tomorrow and read another story and do another sketch. Stay tuned. Thank you for stopping by. Give me a like, subscribe, bring your buddies in to listen with you. And I hope to see you. Yeah, I really do. Bye for now.